Hi, this is Ruben from the Release Ready Masterclass. This time in English. I've got Cassandra here, a great musician from Thüringen, right?
Yes, Bad Langensalza.
Bad Langensalza. And Cassandra was attending my Release Ready Masterclass for the last 4 months. I'd like to check in with her to see how it went and what your experiences were. So my first question is, how did your music production process look like before we started working together? And what did you struggle with the most before we started working together?
Well, I'm more or less an indie musician, so I don't have any record labels or anything like that, but I love making music and started to learn how to use GarageBand to record my music and to compose it and whatnot. So I wanted to know what were the next steps, and that it would be mixing and mastering and then releasing our music, not just mine, but my friends and I have, we make music together. So that was my goal.
Mhm. I see, I see. And what was the main thing you struggled with? What was it that you weren't happy with before?
I guess learning about the technical side of music. Yeah, it's technical, but I think it does have an impact on how our music would sound because we're more of an acoustic duo or band. Knowing, even if with live performances, how a sound engineer on stage would, in a way, mix our music live while we perform. So I wanted then thereafter also how to record our music so that it sounds like professional, a mix. And so I wanted to know more of the technical side to things because it does make a huge difference. Now I know it does make a huge difference to our acoustic music, really, how it sounds.
So you had your recordings, but the technical side, the mixing side, was just not at the level that you were comfortable releasing the music?
Correct. Yeah. It just sounded very muddy or muffled. It doesn't sound very crystal clear, or it might sound too low in some frequencies or too high in some frequencies. And there wasn't just a good mix. So that's what I
Okay,
wanted to learn.
okay.
Yeah.
And then, why did you decide to work with me then?
Well, I stumbled upon your ad on Instagram, and then I was perfectly at that time where I wanted to release some music. And so I thought, oh, this is a sign. I should sign up for your course. So then I expressed interest in your course, and I think I got a chatbot response at first. But then you followed it up with a personal message. You reached out to me personally. And then you seemed like a really friendly and genuine person and not some machine or something like that. And that's what really made me say yes to your course.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, great. I also think it was a good decision and I hope you learned a lot. So what are the key differences now, 4 months later, that make the biggest difference for you after the masterclass?
Yeah. After taking your masterclass, I learned a lot about arranging music. I thought I knew something about arranging music, but then I learned a lot more. Like you could bring in different instruments that would affect the frequencies as well. And I learned also a lot about percussion because I'm more of a pianist, singing, I knew about singing and about maybe a little bit of guitar playing, but more the percussion. I learned that, oh, I can, do a lot with, it was very important because like percussion, drums is like the foundation of your music, the beats to your music. So I learned about a lot more about arranging that I didn't know before. And also, of course, about mixing music, the technical side of things, how the frequencies, the EQs and stuff like that. I always hear the word EQ, but I never knew really what it meant. So now I really have a good understanding of how frequencies can change the sound of your music, the emotion of your music, and also in future how I can arrange my music or compose my music because then now I know, oh, if I bring in this instrument, it'll give me a higher frequency, or if I bring in this instrument, I have low frequencies, and then I would like to have a balance, a nice even balance of sounds in my music in the future. So that's what I really, really learned and really glad. I think it really has opened a new perspective on music. And it's not just about notes or how we sing, play our instruments, but also how they sound, like from a technical point of view. And that all comes together to make, I think, good music.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, classical music school, you always learn like music consists of like rhythm, harmony, and melody, but there's
Correct.
also sound, right? And that's in a world where we have all these possibilities to shape our sounds in our DAW. Yeah, that's beautiful how you pointed that out, I think. And also, I think so too, that mixing is a creative act also and an artistic act, and not only, of course, it's technical in a way, but these technical decisions absolutely influence or make a huge difference on the emotion. That's I really like how you said that. My last question already, what would you say to someone who is stuck with their music and is still hesitating to get support for their music production?
I'd say sign up right away for Ruben's class. He's a great teacher. I learned so much from Ruben. And, German is not my first language, and he was happy to then switch to English for me. So, but more importantly, he had a very well-structured course where, it's very organized by topic, and it's step by step in the whole process, because you really got to have a really organized way of working on your DAW, learning about the details of mixing, of arranging, of mastering. And so he details that with YouTube, like with videos that's specific to your DAW if you have different ones. And with the live lessons, they were very intimate and very, very positive. We would go through our song at whatever stage we're at, and he will give you a lot of feedback and a lot of help, not just in the live lessons, but also in between lessons, very personal, because especially in the age of AI, like we don't want to, I personally wouldn't want to just create 10 AI slop music. I would rather create human created music that's maybe fewer in quantity, but higher in quality. And so you'll definitely reach that goal if you sign up for Ruben's wonderful course.
Wow. Thank you so much. I think there was a great Schlusswort in German. That was a great last line for our interview. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I wish you all the best for your next steps musically and in life generally. And
Yeah.
have a
Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you. Really appreciate it.